Nancy Grace, brought to you by Allstate. Mayhem is everywhere. Protect yourself. Are you in good hands?
You know, to Sonya Hamlin, body language expert and author of How to Talk So People Listen, joining us tonight from New York. You know, in response to that from our forensic psychologist, when I watched Casey Anthony in court and pictures of Kaylee were on the screen, I saw her with a smile like, oh, she was so cute. And I wondered, how can you have that smile on your face when it's so fresh? Your daughter was taken and dumped. But here's the question I have for you. Casey Anthony sobbed in court when the allegations against her father, molestation, were made in opening statements. Cindy now says the reason for that sobbing was because she felt so bad that they were throwing George under the bus. What does the body language of that tell you?
Well, you know, as the jury watches it, of course, they try to figure out what's logical. How would you feel if you really had killed your child, or if you really were molested by your father? Molested by your father would indeed make her cry. I was also interested to watch how George himself answered Dr. Phil when he said, have you ever sexually molested your daughter? And he said, I did not. And that was kind of shocking because we saw him do something very emotional a little earlier in the tapes. For him to simply just deny it by saying, I did not, rather than making some great big noise, that's a horrible accusation. One would expect some emotion to come from that. So in watching what happened this afternoon with Dr. Phil, I was rather surprised by that. But as far as Casey crying is concerned, that would work. It would work very well with the jury, because it would make sense if all of this was true.
Ah, so you're saying it was an act